and food stamps usage surged by 71%. So did an entitlement explosion help the president lock up a second term? Joining us now is Fox News senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolirano. There's been so much discussion, Judge, about this so-called tipping point. When you get to 50% of the population who is getting some sort of a government handout, and, you know, I'm careful to use the entitlement word because some people, vets and such, and Social Security and Medicare, you know, but we're talking now about food stamps, welfare, et cetera.
Right. We're talking about a dangerous situation, which, interestingly enough, was predicted 200 years ago by Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton, who said, and they rarely agreed on anything, but they agreed on this, when the public treasury becomes a public trough, their word, and when the voters realize this, they will only send to the government people who will promise to bring back the bigger piece of the pie. And they never imagined that that number would reach 50%. When it reaches 50 and then goes over 50, we have a situation where the half that receives from the, or the half plus one that receives from the trough, has the legal tools with which to fill the trough from the pocketbooks and bank accounts of the other half.
More metaphors. So this, you would think...
We're trough talk. Pigs out here.
You would think the cash cow would be treated like the golden goose and not touched, because after all, they're supplying the 50% who have been feeding at the trough.
He is so smart. I thought you went to Stanford.
I rejected it because the CW Post campus was nicer. But Judge, why don't we covet those breadwinners more? Why are we treating them so harshly and so badly?
Because the people that can control these things, right now the president, know the short-term political gain that they can achieve, like his re-election victory 2 nights ago, as a result of giving away cash now. They don't see that every dollar they take away from taxpayers, whether they make $1 million or $1 billion, is a dollar less to invest in the economy and produce prosperity and jobs. They don't see the long-term effect of raising taxes, which is less economic activity, not more.
Sure, and absolutely. So what you're telling us is this class warfare thing is going to go on for a long time.
Yes. I'm also telling you, and I'm happy to say this, and you'll know why. O'Reilly is right. He truly put, in my view, his finger on the entire meaning of the evening. The people who want stuff are now a statistical majority of voters in the country.
But it's different. This is also not just monetary. It's also a mindset. Would you agree with that?
Yes, and I think that's the first part of Bill's statement when he said the majority of the country no longer embraces the traditions that we were taught as children and that our parents and grandparents and ancestors embraced. Things are changing right before our eyes, and we need to be aware of what's happening.
The judge has written a great column on this topic. You can read the whole thing over at foxnews.com. Judge, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
All right, meanwhile, straight ahead, he's a neurosurgeon who wasn't sure if heaven existed until he died and experienced it firsthand. He is here, and he's going to answer your questions about crossing over. If you got a question about what it's like over on the other side, email us right now, friends@foxnews.com.
Then it's like something out of a James Bond movie. Robbers invade a shopping mall on scooters and carrying axes?
Where's Paul Blart when you need him?
Very good movie. I got robbed by athlete's foot.